Hi and welcome to our 38th episode, and my name is Sufyan Said, and I'm in conversation with the Dean and Director of 6 Cricket Academy, Mr. Karthik Jeshwanth. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
In this episode, we have 4 topics. The first topic is parents' expectation on child's performance. Second topic is analyze feedback from coaches. Third, mindset and attitude. Fourth, textbook cricket versus natural technique. Mr. Jashwant, the first question is, how do you address parents' expectations when their child's performance does not meet their potential?
Okay, that's a good question. It's actually two questions in one. I would first like to address the expectations of the parents. See, every parent wants the child to excel. There's no harm in that. Aspiring to see your child at the best. It's there, but I would like to request the parents to know what is the role of the parent and what is the role of the coach. See, finally, the guy who's going to execute, or the boy or the girl, they will have to execute. Now, by expectations being high of the parent, can show up in the body language of the parents, then the behavior of the parents, which can indirectly lead to putting pressure on the player, which is not a good thing. So, as coaches, we have been taught. As a faculty, I've been teaching. The first thing for a coach is to look after his body language. Now, when we come under pressure, we can come under pressure because of the expectation of my child or my team. So when that happens, as an adult, senior adult, when young people are playing, whether it is my child or my team, it easily shows up on my body movements and my expressions and the way I communicate. Everything is there is a change with the present day kids who are very intelligent will observe that. Now, what is the good I'm doing? I'm actually doing great harm to the team or the child, because by this I'm rubbing off the pressure on the children also and the team. So it's not a good thing. So that is where, to keep the expectations low and also understand that what is my role as a parent, to provide him or her with the opportunities. That's it. Beyond that, I cannot do much. So that is one thing which the parents need to keep in mind. Now, second thing, coming to the potential, again in the same question, I have spoken to one or two international players who excelled at the highest level, and they have told me that when they see their children play, they think that they really have the potential, but very soon they realize that it is not there. They have the access to all kinds of good practice. Everything they can provide to their children, but still the child doesn't make it. So what went wrong here is the potential, the wrongly read potential of the child. So which led to expectations. So the potential, you think that your child will be a Virat or a Tendulkar or a Dravid or a Kumble, which is not the thing which all of us want. But does the child have that potential? So it is not for the parent to decide what is the potential, because everybody thinks that my child is the best. So that's a wrong way to look at your own children's potential, and then have great expectations, and then which leads to heartburn, which is not a good thing. So to simplify it, first, understand your role, that you have as a coach or as a parent, you have a very limited role, and don't go by the potential what you think, what the world thinks that is the potential. And if the child has the potential, he or she will make it. So without potential, obviously nobody can make it. The performance can vary up and down, but your expectations of the potential of your child, I don't know, it's not the right reading.
But I also feel that the parents have unrealistic expectation. They feel that the child has the X factor for every situation.
That's what I told Sufi, that's why I gave you the example of a few international players. Yeah, what they do not know about the game. They know everything about the game, but still, they've read the potential of the children wrongly. So when somebody who knows in and out about the game can read the child, it is because of your own child. The human beings are made like that.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. What is the best way to analyze feedback from coaches and teammates without being overly critical on myself? It's from a player point of view.
Yeah, see, it's a good question, because you get feedbacks left, right, center now. Is it a sincere feedback? You know, does that feedback mean for the player to develop or to pull him down, or some of the coaches who might not be able to read the player particularly, or for different reasons he's giving a false feedback. Now, assuming that the feedback is genuine, and feedback for the player to analyze how it is, in a game like cricket it is not very difficult. I always admired and still not found an answer as to how do the selectors in a sport like football or in hockey analyze the performance of the people who are playing back. You know, because the forwards, you know that they are scoring goals, so there are some numbers. So you can select or not select. But how do you analyze the performance of people who are playing back? And in cricket, the scorecard tells you. So whatever is the feedback, the scorecard is there for you to analyze that, you know, whether you're on the right track, you have the potential to make it big. But the problem here at grassroots cricket, and especially for fast bowlers, the scorecard may not be the right indicator, because if a fast bowler, a genuinely good bowler, may not be getting as many wickets as he expects or what his potential is expected to deliver, because the junior level, the slip catches are not taken because the boys are not strong, and some bowlers who are strong and tall will always clear the stumps so they don't hit the wicket, they don't get bowled or LBW. Their performance may look a little low. So this is where the parent and the coach's feedback comes in very handy, especially for the faster bowlers. For the rest of the people, if it's a spinner or a keeper or a batsman, you know the scorecard tells you. You know the scorecard, there is a clear indicator for you that, okay, if you're doing well, there are runs on the scorecard. If you're a bowler, there is, you know, the wickets column is full. So these are few things which, apart from the feedback which the player gets, should look into the performance side also.
So if I can come in here, is a lot of parents at the grassroots level, junior level have asked me this, my son doesn't take wickets. So I think this clear message to all the parents that, you know, it takes time.
Yeah.
And with that, you know, it's all about practicing and having regular training.
Yes, patience, being patient with it. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. The third question is, what mindset or attitude should I adopt to maintain focus on long-term growth rather than immediate results?
See, the first thing, even though the cricket, you know, the game is getting shorter, people are losing focus on patience, you know. So when you have a long-term athlete development, LTAD, the first thing is about patience. You know, like I've given the example of for a plant to bear fruits, it doesn't happen immediately. It takes its own time. Now, in that process, if you're going to lose patience, now who's to be blamed? Now, this could be one of the reasons where, you know, starting early could not be a great thing. And especially now with the Karnataka Cricket Association starting the under 12s, I really don't know what kind of research they have done, or have they got any expert advice. Is it the right time to expose children who are below the age of 12 to structured way of playing or learning, or is it the right age for the human beings to you know, have the brain, the human brain have the capacity to formally compete? I don't know that they have done all this research, and probably they have done it. I don't know if if they've taken some advice, great. I'd be happy about it. But otherwise, I'll request them to relook at this.
So, last question is, you've played the game and you've come across a lot of athletes. But the question here is natural technique important versus textbook cricket?
This is a lovely question, Sufi, because this has been asked forever from a very long time, and even today it's a very relevant question. But for my you know, within my scope of understanding, I feel that both are important. See, especially there is in cricket, there's nothing called as a right technique, because people have excelled with all kinds of techniques. So there is nothing like you know, that's why it's as much as an art as much as it is a science. So science has got boundaries. Art does not have boundaries. So people like, if I can give you examples of Brian Lara or Viv Richards or Steve Smith currently, Paul Adams, and there are many more, Malinga, Muralidharan. They were not by the books, but they, Anil Kumble, they all excelled at the highest level. So when the answer is that, is there anything called right technique? I don't think so. But then when does the right technique come into play? When there is loss of form, when there is performance drop. People who have that, the body movements in a proper way, I won't say the right way, they have chances of coming back into good performances slightly earlier than these people who are not by the books. So that's my final answer to this is, don't let go your originality. So that is your technique. That is the way you want to. What is technique? Technique is about solving a problem with the skills you have. So when that is the thing, you don't let go of your originality. Beyond that, just expose yourself or make an attempt. Whether this will help, will that help? If it doesn't help, yeah, the way God has told me to play is the best way.
And sir, from a lot of coaches I come across that they feel that one size fits all, and in that term, never tamper originality. Like what if the child is he's getting a good action,
Yeah.
and the coach comes in and says, okay, you have to get your hands straight and things like that.
That's stupid from the coach's point of view. You got to see how effective the bowler or the batsman is. I know one size fits it all. Well, a lot of these ordinary coaches, they take up this route because that's all they know. They do not know why this happens and what if that change happens. What are the implications? They have absolutely no clue, especially about the biomechanics part of cricket or bowling or batting. That's why you see so many injuries now. And because everybody is trying that same kind of a thing on every bowler, which doesn't suit them at all. So that is why in grassroots coaching, picking the right academy, picking the right coach is very, very relevant. More than, when you're into senior cricket, you yourself will have knowledge about your own body or your own technique. So you know what to take, what to leave. But these young kids don't have, anybody who gives some suggestions, they grab it. So a little later they'll end up with issues or the being effective. See, effective and efficient. Coaches think that being efficient by knowing that one size fits all may not work in all cases. That's why you got to be effective. You got to see individual. In each individual is different. So with that in mind, I think the coaches should move on.
Thank you, sir. This message was for all the parents, coaches, and our viewers. Thank you so much. Stay tuned on the 1st of every month.
Thank you.